Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Shyft. This is the start to a great journey here, and this is the first video on the channel, so make sure y'all stay tuned for what's to come. But without further ado, let's just dive into what this channel is, what we're gonna do, and what the vision is with the brand. First things first, I wanna give you guys a little backstory as to what the brand is and what our mission is. And I say our mission because I'm doing this with my boy Nico. He's gonna be the videographer and editor behind the scenes, so thank you to him for helping me with this journey. But yeah, so what is Shyft and what is the whole idea with the brand? So Shyft is actually an acronym, and that acronym stands for Jesus Always Changes Everything. And that really means a lot to me, as well as to, you know, many other people. And going into the shifts part, that is specifically for the way Jesus has shifted in my life is the same way how I shift a car. And I was gonna originally start this YouTube channel when I had got my BMW and when I had made it in sales, but I decided to take a different approach to that. And I actually wanna document my journey to $10,000 a month, AKA Road to the Beam. So this is what this is gonna get into. And we have a lot of good stuff coming in, but yeah, so let's get into topic one. All right, so how am I even gonna get there, right? So I'm in sales, and that is sort of the niche that I wanted to get into because, you know, ever since coming up from a young age, you know, I've always been, you know, interested in the entrepreneurship aspect. And, you know, as soon as I'm filming the first video, the plane wants to get in there, but we'll keep going though. So I'm gonna be in sales, specifically high ticket, and I'm gonna be doing just a bunch of outbound calls, you know, just a bunch of grinding, a bunch of putting hours in, talking to these people, really trying to master the skill of sales. And I'm gonna take you guys along the journey with me, and we're gonna share the opportunity. And I wanna give you guys a real raw view of what it looks like to really put your dreams and aspirations into motion. So along with also, you know, the business aspect of, you know, doing sales, I have also created an LLC. And so I also want this channel to be an informative channel and show you guys, you know, the steps that I'm taking to get to that $10,000 a month goal. And then we're gonna start a new series when we surpass that. So I have an LLC in progress. It is currently at the Secretary of State. And once that gets approved, I'm gonna give my EIN number. And then once I get that EIN number, I then have to open up my business bank account, and it's gonna be obviously Shyft LLC. And from there, I can then DM my general manager and then get things set up, and then I'll be able to start dialing. So that is step one that we have to complete, and it's already in motion. So by next week, we're gonna be dialing. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's get into topic two. So obviously, with having this series in place of Road to 10K a month, I also want to document my lifestyle outside of just the business aspect. So that's gonna be like me with the gym. I have plans on hopping on stage in 2027 in a bodybuilding competition. I also have a massive group of friends. We're always rolling 10 people deep. And I wanna showcase really that you can grind and get to your goals, but as well as also having fun with the process. You know, it's a process, everything is a process, but you can also have fun and have a structured plan. So that is exactly what I'm gonna show you guys. I'm also in school. You know, I go to Cal State Fullerton. I'm a freshman. So, you know, also gonna show you guys how I balance not only my school life with my work life, but also my personal relationships. But one thing I really wanna document on here that I think is gonna be very important is my relationship with God. And that right there is gonna be the sole purpose of why I'm even getting here. I wanna show you guys that if you just put your head down, you lock in, you put your faith in God, that you can really achieve the dreams and the aspirations that you have, because nothing is limited, because you can do anything through Christ who strengthens you, Philippians 4:13. All right, so moving on to topic three here that I wanna cover for, you know, specifically where I'm taking this brand is I really wanna show you guys the short form content, right? I understand a lot of you guys are busy, as well as myself, and not all of us have time to watch 20-minute videos. That's why we're gonna push out a lot of short form content. Now, with the short form content, I'm really gonna show you guys the behind the scenes. So I'm gonna show you guys the dialing sessions and the clips from the longer form videos of the dialing sessions, you know, the cash I collected that day, the calculations of the revenue that I've made that day, that week, that month. All of those, we're gonna push those out into short form, as well as card meet interviews. So what I want to do is this channel, J Shifts, is ultimately going to transition into a car channel, right? When I get the beam. And what I want to do is I took inspiration from the guy from the School of Hard Knocks. And what I want to do is I want to go to these car meets, right? The big and small ones. And I want to interview the guys, you know, that drive the cars that we all want to drive, right? I specifically want an M550, but you know what I mean? I'm going to interview the guys that drive the G80s, the GT3 RSs. And I just want to show you guys and for myself the different industries that you can really pursue and the different industries that you can find success in. Now, I'm doing sales. You guys can do sales as well, or you guys can choose a different niche. But at the end of the day, everything is the same thing. You just gotta put your head down, put your faith in God, and lock in and ascend. But yes, also too, the lifestyle clips, right? Although, you know, I'm working hard behind the scenes, you know, getting these videos out there, as well as, you know, doing the long dialing sessions for you guys and for myself. But one thing I wanna showcase is the lifestyle, right? I have a massive friend group, like I mentioned earlier, right? I have like 10 of us. And one thing I wanna showcase you guys is just, you know, like living life with your boys, right? So we have big UFC events where we all crash out on our diets, as well as, you know, I go to the gym. I wanna hop on stage in 2027, like I mentioned before. So I'm gonna show you guys sort of like my dieting side of things and really show you guys my life when I'm grinding, which is like 90% of the time, in my life 10% of the time when I'm with my boys and we're all having fun, because at the end of the day, it's life, we have to enjoy it. And yeah, so that's topic 3, and let's get into the rest of the video. So moving on to the final part of the video, this is gonna be the conclusion and what this channel really is and what it means to me and what our goal is with the brand ultimately. And this is, you know, I really wanna make sure you guys understand this, is I wanna give you guys a realistic view of the journey that I'm gonna take to actually achieve what is the hardest part in becoming financially free, and that's hitting your first $10,000 month. This is a marker, this is a milestone that a lot of people have, and my goal is to showcase you guys how I'm gonna get there and give you guys a real raw view of what it looks like to get there, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you know what I mean, the whole 9 yards. And you know, this is gonna be the first video of the channel, so be nice. This is the first video. You know, this is all very new to me, still getting used to talking to the camera. But yeah, so make sure you follow us on everything. J Shifts on Instagram, and that's gonna be for TikTok. And this is J Shifts on YouTube. And we'll catch you guys next week, and be aware of the updates. I love y'all, I appreciate everybody. Here we go, baby. 10K coming soon, let's go.